Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow! Hey, color!
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken. Not before they reach the 50.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Yellow! Yellow!
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Blaster, 6! Eagle blue.
Back to throw. Baldwin under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
On 4th down, Baldwin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
22 yards there, a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He'll get this out.
And I think the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
43, 15.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
Taken down at the 30. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Hey, Rimless.
Mahomes going to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. That goes for a gain of 31. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Rams lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
Let's go.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
Come on, set. Slide through. Ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Baldwin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice
touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 21-0.
21. Seahawks, nothing. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Watch the screen, baby. Watch the screen. Hey, watch the screen, baby. Watch the screen.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Hey, check mega.
Oh, you gotta feel it, baby.
Ready.
And this is going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field. Anyone throwing the ball gets the same protection as a quarterback. So if he gets hit late, that's definitely going to draw a flag. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On the ready.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Baldwin. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back to throw again. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
97.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Here we go.
21-0 our score after 1.
The first quarter with the score Rams 21, Seahawks nothing.
Got it.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On the ball. Shot. 17.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Ready.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the
On
hold.
the ball. On the ball. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Back to throw. Baldwin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
Steal. Check steal. Switch. Yellow. Ready.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Seahawks 7. Jack Fox set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Yellow.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
15.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And again, it's Mahomes. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Rams have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Quit talking about it, baby.
Looking to throw. Baldwin. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Baldwin. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Trouble, 38.
Off the play fake. Baldwin. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Roquan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Fire on these two.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 22, Mahomes. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Rams. Lambo on for the extra point. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Off play action. Baldwin. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Baldwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try. From a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Oh, 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Hey, Ripley.
Throwing now is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Jacobs is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener, And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game one, they took care of business with it in game two.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Drill 52.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. Well, you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now Mahomes.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Rams have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From the 6. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Watch the screen, baby. Watch that screen. Let's go, come on.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there.
His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Rams get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking to throw on second down. Baldwin. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
Okay, right.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Baldwin on the move to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's got his tight end Fant, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll look to throw again. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Baldwin, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On the ready. Opposite, green.
On 4th down, Baldwin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. On 1st down, Baldwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Yellow.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 30, 20. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Baldwin. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Caught on the slant. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
56, Seahawks 7.
Ready, ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, L.A. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. They go play action. Now Mahomes going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mahomes going to throw. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out. And the Rams continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Off play action. Baldwin. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. He's going to keep this again. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10.
52 blaster.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. And even 90 yards. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's got his man on the out route. He's into the secondary. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the play. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
We need some intensity.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Baldwin. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the bootleg. Baldwin. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Ready.
Though certainly in a pickle here, they have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Drill, 52. Ready?
On 4th down, Baldwin. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now Mahomes maybe a free play. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake. Baldwin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
looking to throw. Baldwin, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last,